Time to talk about those forwards of the small variety. Nameco over here. I'm
Some of
Dustin.
them ain't so small.
Some of them ain't so small. 6'10" small forward. That's the new NBA. But anyway, this is our small forwards. Check out all our tiers and rankings. If you want to do FanDuel FST 2014, get a little sign-up bonus if you join there. Lots of fun. Tier 1, Brent.
Tier 1, we got our number 1 overall, 1 and 2, and that is KD and LeBron James. Obviously, if you have the first 2 picks in the draft, you're pretty happy. Either of these guys are solid across the board. We have Kevin Durant slightly higher just based on the points that he will be bringing you. He'll probably lead the NBA in scoring again this year.
All right, Tier 2. I love Nicholas Batum. He is
solid.
One of my favorite guys because I like stuff. And when you compare Batum to Kevin Durant, they're very similar except for 20 less points. So obviously that's why Durant's higher, but Batum pretty much does it all the way across the board. Very underrated as far as what he can do for a fantasy team. And then Chandler Parsons, new home in Dallas. Parsons is solid. You know, he's going to get you a decent amount of threes. He's going to get you some assists, some rebounds. We like him. We think the home in Dallas helps him just a little bit.
All right, Tier 3, we got 2 highly touted rookies, one at the top of it, one at the bottom. Jabari Parker's at the top of it for the Bucks. I really love this kid. He's going to play a ton of minutes, I think, off the gate. He's very NBA ready with his game. He's got good handles, has a decent shot, and just has the drive. I think he's the rookie of the year. I think he's just going to run away with it. At the bottom of this tier is Wiggins. And here's why we don't love Wiggins nearly as much as Parker. His game isn't as NBA ready. He's more of a slasher still. He shoots those floaters. He's got an okay jump shot. What I do think Wiggins is going to give you is some defensive stats when he does get the minutes. He could get a block and a half and a steal and a half a game, so you got to like that out of him. Bonus guy, Tobias Harris for the Orlando Magic. This guy slips so late in drafts, it's unbelievable. He's like a 15-7, 15-8 guy. Just don't let him slip. He's going to play 30, 34 minutes a game.
I like that guy. Tier 4, a couple of guys to talk about. Trevor Ariza is the first one. He's also in a new home going out to Houston. We think his new home in Houston is going to hurt him just a little bit, but Ariza is going to play a ton of minutes. You know, he gets to play out on the court. He gets a lot of minutes because he's a good defensive guy. Good chance he leads, all small forwards with steals. So you gotta like that out of Ariza. And then Nick Young, kind of another specialist. He's a points guy. Even if he comes off the bench, we'll see what happens with him on the Lakers. Either way, he's going to get enough minutes to be relevant and score you a lot of points.
Tier 5, I got 2 guys you might say, who? And the first one's DeMar Carroll with Atlanta. Who? He played a lot of minutes though last year, and he's a good role player in these deep fantasy leagues. He's going to get you easily double-digit points, about 5-6 rebounds and a steal and a half a game. And the guys for the Hawks that start play a ridiculous amount of minutes. And when you're drafting late in the draft, you want a guy that's going to play a lot of minutes. The other one is Solomon Hill. Who? PG-13 is out, as we know. I talked about Stuckey in the shooting guard video. The other guy that's going to get a big bump from that probably is Solomon Hill. We just see his minutes being increased vastly, so it's more of a gamble to see what he can really do in the NBA. But he's going to get the minutes. He's going to get some shots, and he had a decent couple in and out of games last year.
Heading down to Tier 6, talk about Old Man Pierce. With this guy's Bullets now.
Yeah!
We'll see. He should get a run for them.
Love the Bullets.
He should play a decent amount of minutes. I'm just, at this point in his career, you shouldn't expect too much, but he should be decent. And he's been pretty durable throughout his career, so even though he's old, I'm not super worried about the injuries. And then Gerald Henderson is a guy that's a little underrated, I feel, just because he's nothing that special, but he's kind of good at a lot of things. So, he's going to get you some points, he gets you some rebounds. I think he should be a guy that's serviceable that you can get really late.
All right, in Tier 7, first one I got is Thompson out there with the 76ers. The reason he's ranked is he's probably going to start, and we saw the 76ers last year. It was just an awful showing. But the guys that got minutes, somebody's going to have to put the ball in the hoop. We just kind of like him as a late-round flyer. And the other guy I really want to talk about is T.J. Warren. He's probably going to get overdrafted. He was picked 14th overall by the Suns. He's kind of a name because he's a rookie with a little bit of hype, but he's still a project to me. I don't think he's going to step right in. And plus, it is crowded out there. They might even run three almost point guards at a time for the Suns. So just be a little easy on T.J. Warren.
All right, last tier, we're going to talk about a Brooklyn guy. I'm going to butcher his name. It's Bojan Bogdanovic. That's probably pretty close.
I think it was in. He'd be proud of
you. There's a good chance he factors in, even if he doesn't start. It's going to be some sort of combination between him, Jared Jack, Joe Johnson. even if he doesn't start, I think he plays enough minutes. And reports on him have been, pretty high. We'll see how he does, preseason, but certainly a guy to pay attention to, a position battle to pay attention to. And then Wes Johnson, here's another guy. He's going to be battling, Nick Young out there with the Lakers for some minutes. And Johnson, I like him because he's going to get you. He's a specialist guy, 4 boards, a steal, and a block that you can get late. And it's just, you got to have those guys on your team to just fill those certain positions for the stats.
Stats. So check out all our videos, our rankings, get into the forums at fantasysmacktalk.com. And if you post 100 times in our forums,
you get a t-shirt.
We give you a t-shirt.
Everyone loves t-shirts.
Who doesn't love a free t-shirt?
That's one thing I've learned in life. One thing I've learned in life. Everyone loves free t-shirts.
They do. I love free t-shirts.
And people will do stupid things to
Well, you see when they shoot those guns at the games, people kill each other.
Sign up for a credit card they'll never use.
You get a t-shirt.